Yes, I actually wear holes in my mufflers. Then they turn into really good cymbal mufflers. I do 99% of my practicing with the drums muffled. How do you learn a new pattern? Well, it depends on the situation. Someone puts down a piece of music in front of you and says, play this. Well, I don't know about you. I'm a really good sight reader, but there's no way I would be able to sight read this verbatim. So I would just look for the accents and maybe play something I know, simulate the feel. But if I do want to learn a pattern verbatim, the first thing I do is look at the overall pattern, and I can see right here you got 3 voices all at once. Here you've got 2. So this is kind of an interesting, in case you're wondering, it's called a Guaguanco. Tricks I've used over the years to learn new patterns. If it's a really messy, complicated pattern like this, it might take a few hours. It could take a couple of days. Let's get into it. First thing I would do with this one is I will literally play it 1 note at a time, so I can get a feel for where I'm going to be hitting multiple voices and if there's overlapping patterns and so on. So here's an example. I just want to do it correctly, other than being in time or being at a proper tempo. As slow as I need to do it right. Okay, once I've done that a few times, and I'll go back and I'll split the first and second measure. Most Afro-Cuban patterns are 2-measure repeating phrases. So we'll go to that first measure, and I'm going to look, I'll break it up and I'll do the first half. I'll just do the first half, and once I get that, I'll do the first half of the measure over and over again a few times. Okay, so I've got that. Now I'm going to add the second half and just do the first measure. Another way to do it is to disassemble it, so you're just doing, say, just the feet. So we'll do just the right hand and the bass drum foot. Maybe I'll just do my hands. Then you put the pieces together. Let's try that second measure separately. Now let's try and put it all together. Typically what happens is you go through it a few times, you start to get a feel for it, and then it falls apart. And you go back, and it maybe gets a little longer each time. So let's try the whole thing. And typically, before I've got it, I'll get the hi-hat clicking first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once you get it, you're starting to get a feel for it. Gradually play it faster and faster. And then once you can play it really fast, then you go back to practicing it slowly, and that really drills it in. So let's listen to the finished product. So that's typically how I learn a new pattern. Am I ever going to use a Guaguanco? I don't know. I haven't so far, and I've known it for a couple years now. Am I glad I learned it? Absolutely. Just expands your horizons. If anything, it's a very good exercise. The learning itself is a good exercise. Playing the patterns are good exercise. And then you get familiar and comfortable with them, and you start learning slight variations on it, and it just makes you a better drummer. And you can apply those kinds of things to just about any genre. It'll make you a better drummer. So if you're interested in being a better drummer, I urge all y'all to give these patterns a try. You really should. I mean, I'm glad I did. Super glad. It changed the way I play. That's about it. I don't know what else to say. Guaguanco.